again. Chance now for Collingwood to get the ball, that time through Picking up there high as it goes up high. No, getting up high that time was Davis, couldn't hold that mark. Picked up by DeWalt, goes for the boundary line, he's put it out on the full. And we're approaching the...
It might have been Kennedy, Louis.
Yeah, it might have been Kennedy. I thought it was DeWalt because he's on Davis. 15-metre penalty.
This has got to be a joke.
Well, I don't know what they've given now, so this gives...
It's about the 8th.
Well, the free kick going out here to Byrne. He should land this in the goal square. Ball driven right up there towards the full forward zone. Austin in front. Couldn't hold that mark. Down it comes to Goss. He gets a touch of the fumbles. Tuck doesn't. He boots the ball back down towards Scott. The crowd giving him a bit of a hoot now. Scott going after. He's not giving in till he got a free kick, Scotty. The umpire's paid it. He quickly plays on, drives the ball down towards that half-forward line. There's a chance now for Turner to get it. Hendricks there. Magro goes down. He can't pick it up. They're all piling in there, and the umpire, what's he going to do about this? Ball it up. It'll be a ball up on that half-forward on about 45 metres out from the Hawthorn goal. Approaching the 19-minute mark of this first quarter. Scott in front. Well, actually, neither of them got that knockout at that time, and finally there's still a bit of a scrimmage as Rice falls to the ground, trying to get it out there to Manane, and he's got the free kick. He was grabbing, he didn't have the ball. He boots it up towards the goal square. Wilkinson goes down as a go now for Eden. He's put it through, and another goal to Hawthorn.
Well, a great piece of play by Rodney Eade that time, Lou, and I noticed that they're making Wilkinson a focal point at full forward, and I feel sure that Wilkinson's job will be to compete and compete and compete with McCormick every time, as long as the ball comes down to the ground. I do notice at this moment that Don Scott's down there congratulating Wilkinson for just that, for competing and getting the ball down so that the smaller players like Eade on that occasion can come through and finish it off. We watch it on the replay now. Wilkinson made no attempt to really mark it. He was trying to knock it down, and Rodney Eade coming in at the back of the pack.
That will be about the last kick of the quarter because of lengthy delay in bringing the ball back in a quarter that has no time on. Sees the clock at 20 minutes even. There it is, the siren for quarter time, with Hawthorn leading 3-4, 22 to Collingwood 2-1, 13. Huge crowd here at PFL Park, one of the biggest we've seen, in fact probably the biggest for a night match. The outer stands are pretty well packed, and there's a little, well, let's say there's plenty of room in the members, but I would imagine at least 30,000 fans here for the grand final of the Escort Championships. Second quarter, which is also a non-time on quarter. Peter Moore got a mammoth punch, as good as a kick down towards half forward. Polkinghorn, Terry Moore. His kick, not a bad one distance-wise, up towards half-forward. Henry behind, and a nice mark taken by Andrew Ivan. Play on, says the umpire. Ivan does just that. Goes in towards the centre, and again, another mark taken out there by Peter Moore. And we've got about a 15-metre penalty for the evening. The umpire's very hot on this evening. Moore from the centre. Not a bad kick either. O'Hanlon knocks it away for Hawthorn, not too far. Deepy Domenico. Eade towards Don Scott, getting the cheers of the Collingwood crowd naturally enough as it's raced over the boundary line for the Magpies by Worthington, and the throw-in to take place on Hawthorn's left half-forward flank. In fact, it's possibly a little bit more towards the centre wing position.
Well,
sorry, Louis.
I wouldn't like to see those two clash, Scott and Worthington.
It'd be interesting, but I think they bounce off each other. Ray Shaw, he had a fairly quiet first turn for the Magpies, not close to the boundary line again. Goss missed it for Hawthorn. Polkinghorn can't pick it up, neither can Wearmouth. Very scrambly out there, and the umpire wisely decides to come in and ball it up with 1.5 minutes being played so far in the second quarter.
And Hawthorn 3-4, 22 to Collingwood 2-1, 13 into the second quarter. Very big crowd, as Peter said before. Moore and Scott. It's Scott going for the grab. He's grabbed it. Umpire said hold on the ball against it. And the free kick will go to Banks. Banks is ready to play on. Collingwood forwards down there now. Can he find someone? There's a beautiful mark to Terry Moore. He's the loose man down there in defence at the moment. Over it goes to Kennedy. Another long one out there to Polkinghorn. He's having a bit of trouble picking this up, and it's out of bounds. Out of bounds on that half-forward line for Collingwood, about 70 metres around from their goal. It'll be Terry Moore against Peter Moore of Collingwood this time. Knocked out by Moore, actually, but Collingwood trying to get it clear through Carson Valley. Had a bit of a go, and finally it's kicked up by Tuck. Scott at the back goes for the tap down. A pretty good one to go. Back to Scott again. He kicks it along the ground, even though he can't pick it up. In goes Turner. He got one from Picken that time, and the umpire will pay a free kick. He's giving the free kick to Picken.
He You've got to be joking.
What's that there, Bob? Can you work that out, honestly?
Pickham was the fellow who raised the arm.
My God, that's amazing. Off the top of the pack it goes now. DeWall coming out of the pack, a hand pass. There's ball picked up now. Over it comes now to DP Domenico. Domenico driving the ball up towards that full forward zone. There's a race between Wilkinson and McCormick. Will it go through for a goal? No, it goes right across the goals. Okay, it's 1 point. And they go to 3 goals, 5-23 Hawthorn. To Collingwood 2-1, 13 at the 3-minute mark.
Over Weekly kick out from full-back down towards the member stand side on the half-back flank. Terry Moore, Peter Moore over the back to Rice. Rice in turn back towards the 10-metre square. Wilkinson from behind has the ball knocked. Oh, almost got it. Second grab, he's got it. But play on was the call from the umpire. Hawthorn player got pushed in the back, got a free kick. And that's Turner. Well, his shoulder seems to be okay now after that knock from Picken. Turner hasn't scored a goal so far tonight, and he's only played a couple of senior games for Hawthorn. Usually plays ruck rover. Only 15 metres out, shoots for goal, hit the post. That's skewed off the side of it and through for 1 point. It was a real banana kick, that one. Not in the true sense of the word, but it's certainly in its flight through the air. And that behind takes Hawthorn to 3 goals, 6-24 to Collingwood 2-1-13. Certainly wasting a few opportunities up forward. Alan Goad missed an easy one at the other end. As McCormick kicks out from fullback, goes straight up the centre of the ground. Moore, that's the 2 Moores. You'll hear a few Moores and Shaws tonight. Rayshaw up towards the centre wing position now. O'Halloran for Hawthorn playing half-back, in trouble. A hurried hand pass sees the ball over the boundary line, and we'll see a throw-in taking place right on the centre wing position in front of our commentary spot, adjacent to the VFL emblem. Peter Moore against this time Terry Moore. Terry Moore got hands to it, but picked up by Ireland. Ireland towards half forward for the Magpies. DP Domenico over the top. Grabbed, gets rid of it hurriedly. Goss looking for someone to give it to. Can't find anybody, so decides to kick the ball as long as he can towards half forward. Henry from behind couldn't mark it. Picked up by Scott. Worthing to top of him. Rice to half forward for Hawthorn. McCormack behind. Couldn't take the mark from Wilkinson. He's hot on his hammer. A good duel between these two. Wilkinson gets the front posse. Trick, over he goes. McCormack over the boundary line. Boundary throw in.
5 minutes gone of this second quarter. 3 goals, 6-24 Hawthorn to Collingwood 2-1-13. The ball back into play again. Peter Moore got the knockout, going after his Wearmouth, couldn't quite make up his mind. Ireland picked it up now, boots it back towards the centre of the ground. Banks couldn't hold that mark. The ball pushed forward by Moore. Finally it's knocked over Rice, back to Polkinghorne. And it's Henry getting a fresh air shot there, and the umpire's going to ball this up a little short of centre half forward. 3-6 Hawthorn to Collingwood 2-1 in this Escort Championship final, coming to you live through Channel 7. Knocked out by Scott, a good one, but Magro backs up very well. He's in a bit of trouble, but he steers out of it nicely as he drives the ball back towards Betts. Can he mark it? Yes, he's got it. A mark to Betts at centre field. Not many players down there on that Collingwood forward line as he drives it out wide, looking for a lead. Chance there for Davis. He couldn't pick it up. Kennedy's right on his tail. Davis kicks it off the ground. DeWall backs up well, then he slips over. Picked up by Kennedy, over to Galvin Moore. Plenty of Moores out. Here's the ball's kicked along the ground. A chance now for Banks, but he's upended by DP. Domenico gets a hand pass out the gate. It's a bit long. He's in a bit of trouble here. Picked up nicely this time by Price. Price with a long kick up there looking for Austin and Davis. Neither can take the mark. Austin comes out with it. A hurried kick out wide. Carlson going after it. Rodney Eads right on his tail. It's on the boundary line. He's kicked it off the ground. And what is it, out of bounds? And it'll be a throw in from that forward pocket. And this is about the first time it's been right down deep on the Collingwood forward line.